Race swapping strikes again, according to some, not me. An article that came out in the Western Journal roughly a couple of days ago when the Fantastic Four officially announced their cast. Headline says, and this article is by Michael Austin and published February 15th. Fantastic Four reboot race swapped famous character because the film was quote unquote too white. Thank you for watching the E for One podcast. I'm AP Anthony. Make sure you like this video, share it, and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. Okay, where do we want to start with this? Okay, Pedro Pascal, who has been casted and will be Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, the lead role in the Fantastic Four film. Reed Richards, well, Pedro Pascal, if you didn't know, is an extremely popular actor right now. Last of Us, the man is all over the place. He can do no wrong right now. And he's of Chilean descent, Spanish descent. So on X, social media is caused somewhat of an uproar that they didn't cast a typical white male as the lead actor in the Fantastic Four. So this article basically discusses that and the ins and outs. The casting of Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards / Mr. Fantastic has many fans scratching their heads, it says. Not me. Pedro Pascal is hot right now. The man is scorching hot. He is the actor to go to right now. Listen, if you can snatch an actor of that caliber, whether it's the race is black, Asian, go for what's going to bring in the people to see that person and bring in the dough, that money. At the end of the day, it's all about the dough. It's all about the money. Okay, where do we want to go with this? A November 2023 report from award-winning reporter of Los Angeles Magazine, contributor and Hollywood insider Jeff Schneider, I think I'm pronouncing that right, suggests that Chilean-born Pascal casting may have been more about diversity and inclusion than comic book accuracy. Leading credence to its authenticity, Schneider's report accurately named all 4 casting choices months ahead of studio's official announcement. The report also claimed Marvel was previously circling 2 other actors for the role of Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. And I think we all knew, and I knew that Adam Driver was supposed to, they talked about, Adam Driver's name wasn't being mentioned like almost 2 years ago. And Jake Gyllenhaal, I'm pronouncing that wrong. So, you know, in the writer's opinion, which is the opinion of lifelong Marvel comic fans, both castings would have been fantastic of those 2 white actors. As great as those casting choices may have been, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige saw an issue with casting a white male in the role. This is just right here. This is what this person reporting is saying. This is not concrete evidence saying this is what and how Kevin Feige feels and felt. Even though the character is depicted as white and, you know, in the comics and previous films, in the source material, they're told, this article goes on to say that I'm told, Snyder reports that Kevin Feige feared that the cast was way too white. In the words of one insider, Reed Richards would be the character eyed to diversify the cast. The film's progressive message won't stop at race swapping of characters, according to Snyder. Additionally, although Reed Richards is traditionally depicted as the leader of the team, Fantastic Four, in this new interpretation, the female Sue Storm will be pushed to the front of the film's lead, which is causing a lot of people to say, this will be a woke film. This is a woke moment right here. And the article just goes on to just give some tweets about people, you know, some X repost or X post, not tweets anymore, of people being upset about Pedro Pascal and wondering why they cast this man of ethnic culture to be the Reed Richards. Listen, I've said this before. I'll say it again. Story If the story is good, who cares if Reed Richards will be black? I know I don't. A lot of you don't as well. But there's a segment out there that wants their typical white actors to play these roles and fall in line. But it cannot be like that. It shouldn't be like that. The role should go to the best person that is out there. If Denzel Washington, if this was 20 years ago and Denzel was in his 40s, late 40s, early 50s, like 50, would people care if Denzel Washington was Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards? A lot of people would. They would definitely have a problem with that. But Denzel would deliver the goods because he's an exceptional actor, just like Pedro Pascal is an exceptional actor. And he's hot right now. The man is one of the hot, if not the hottest actors on the planet, one of the hottest actors in North America right now. So you got to go with the hot hand, man. And as long as this story is good and it's not a crap story like the Marvels, the movie that just came out that flopped a couple months ago, as long as the story is good and it's not a horrible storyline like most of even though Marvel and DC are two different entities, as long as the storyline is strong and it's not a horrible storyline like most DC films, Shazam 2, a lot of people like that film, but I was just never feeling Shazam. I'm just using it as an example. The story has to be tight, man. You know, as long as it's not, the storyline is not goofy like that Batgirl film that got scrapped, that was supposed to have came out, but Warner Brothers heads said, no, we're not going to release this film because it's garbage. As long as the story is good, man, and the visuals look good and the film looks good, who gives a ish if Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, will be played by an actor of Spanish descent? That's all I'm saying. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Now, as far as this whole woke theme that they're saying this film might have, because I don't know about that. You know, I want my films to just be without sometimes my comic films, my horror films. They don't necessarily have to have a woke message all the time. But let me know what you think in the comment section. I just think this is crazy how people go lose their minds when this happens. Thank you for watching the E for One podcast. Until next time, subscribe and peace.